Anyone knows how? All of a sudden, I start coughing. Anyone knows how inability just be dropping in all the time? Yo, 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 dude, what's good? What's good? Welcome inside Backhand.com Landing Challenge Series Season 1. Bet number 14, boys. Let's hear it for none other than Dude on the final, baby! I got music going, so it sounds way better on my end.
I got fart.
Wait, dude, which one? Who are you?
I'm loading in now. I'm Sky behind me.
Wait,
Whenever
that one
guy dies that does like the UFC fights, like the Las Vegas ones, you gotta fucking replace him, dude. You get the voice
who?
for it.
Who is it?
I don't fucking know his name, but he's like, and now for the main event, like that fucking dude.
Oh, you're talking about Bruce Buffer.
Yeah, probably. I don't fucking know his name.
Yeah, it's Buffer. Him, like the dude that does WWE and the dude that does does UFC. They're brothers. They're the Buffer brothers.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, one's like, let's get ready to rumble, and he didn't have a good punchline or tagline. So his was, "It's time."
Oh, okay. It's time. I know that shit. Oh my God. John Cena, baby. Holy fuck. I got the music on, bro. It's insane in my headphones right now. It's going absolutely bananas. You know what I'm saying? Type back in. Let's go. Now I have to wait a literal whole until next Friday to do it again. Fuck.
Oh, dude, this fucking stream's so good.
I don't think we even have a fucking event for. Well, we do have an event. Well, I don't think I've made it yet. I don't think. Let's see. 11:04.
You talking about for next week?
Yeah. Okay. I did make it. So we're starting at Romeo Papa Uniform. Is that 11:04? Is that next Friday? Yeah. Romeo Papa Uniform Alpha is what we're starting at next week, and then 11. Okay, so I have to finish making the rest of the season. So like at the beginning of the season, I made all the way up till basically like today. And then I think last weekend I made. I have some ones in the back burner. I got 3 in the back burner that I could use, but they're not as lit. I think I know what I'm doing for the last event. But I got figure some shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like type back in Jack. I mean, as long as
So boozy.
Yo, Boozy Sheep, what's good, man? Yo, welcome in.
Doing up in here?
Hey, Boozy Sheep, how are you still awake, my mans? It is 11:58 p.m. for my man's Boozy Sheep. Boozy Sheep currently in 14th place with 3 opponents to his name. No wins with 1 podium. 40-something points off the lead, 30-something points off the lead with an average of 1 point per event. Let's see what does Boozy Sheep have for us. And event number 14, type back in Jack Count, a landing challenge series.
You doing that makes me feel like it's not enjoyable for you anymore.
No, I always remember. That's off the top of my head. No, I fucking love doing this shit. This shit is mad fun. But so recently, because there's been so many people, and I'm like trying to like say shit as fast as possible. I feel like sometimes I say stuff too fast, and then I feel like people don't even understand what the fuck I'm saying. I'm like, fuck. And then I was like, God damn, who did you DNF tonight?
Yeah, I was in the 737 and my wing hit one of the buildings, and I fucking did like a 360.
Oh,
yeah. Was it you that was like spinning like a top off the runway?
Yeah, that was me.
We should have done a
go
around.
That.
It should have been allowed to be a go.
I didn't know what to do. I was so fucking. I think I need someone else in the booth, bro. I think for season 2, I definitely need someone else in the booth. Stormy used to be in my VC, Stormy my mod, but now I just kind of chose out in the chat. But like, I even said his name tonight. He didn't say it. I was like, what the fuck?
You need the champion of season 1 to be the ref for season 2.
Oh, maybe we can get probably end up being our Reiner based on. I mean, anything. Like I said, anything can happen. My man's our Reiner went back to back. Are you fucking kidding me? He's not even here anymore, but our Reiner went back to back again. Damn, he's fucking good, dude. But like I said, boys, the fucking
There's no fucking shots. So you know what you gotta do, man. You know what you gotta do.
Ban our Reiner. He's not allowed to play anymore.
No. You gotta drop the lowest score and the highest score of everybody's vote.
I know. I think. Well, okay.
Because if Stray gets 3 10s, and then some fucking idiot votes 8.2 on fucking and 320 landed on that airstrip when it should have been a fucking at least a 9. That just brings his whole fucking score down. He should have fucking won that shit. Maybe not won.
And
but
I
damn
thought
sure
he
should have got
did.
fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
go
thought
back to the
Stray was
sheet.
gonna win.
I thought he won, and I was like, how the fuck?
Because all it takes is one little low score,
Let me go look at these sheets again.
and that shit
I hope I didn't
is
fuck it up.
chalked.
I know it's
Think about
round
it. Think about it
one.
like this: if I go down there like I did, and I got basically all like 9.2, right? Well, I'm gonna get like a 9.2 score. That's what the score's gonna be. But if he gets 3 10s and then a bunch of fucking idiots, or whoever dropped 8.2, 8.6,
No, it
that
wasn't
drops
even
his score,
8.2.
I had
It
an
was-
8.2 and a 4 in the same run.
No, so that guy who
That's that
gave
aim
low
dude,
scores,
though.
yeah,
Come
I
on.
didn't count it. I didn't count it. I got him up.
There was
thing.
like 3 trolls out there, by the way.
Yeah, dude, that one
Valdez
guy
dude
was
and
kind of
that- they
sussing
were-
me out. He was sussing me
definitely a
hard.
troll. So Sosa said that dude, whatever, Sweaty Valdez or whatever the fuck his name was goes into everybody's stream and trolls.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta like make like a list.
Well, I have a weird feeling that
Yeah,
like
he did.
he had multiple accounts, or they were hanging out together, or there was no way
Yeah, and that's
all
what's
those
tough,
trolls were
too.
there tonight.
Yeah, that shit was.
Yeah, it's like Did
I
They
was
Die?
like, I said. So I'll say the vote out loud. So like, if you guys, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but people who aren't in the queue and they put a vote in, I'll say their vote out loud, but I don't type it. I don't type them in if they're not in the queue. And then especially if there's someone gives like a if we're voting 8s and 9s and someone gives a 4, I'll say it, but I'm not putting it in. So I'm a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit. I'm a little bit polluted.
You can do whatever you want, but what I will say is like if you're in the Olympics or anything that they judge like on a 1 to 10 scale, they always drop the highest and lowest in everything.
How they do when they do the triple doozy, the triple boozy sheet
the
thing?
triple Lux. yeah.
Triple ducks a lux boozy sheet.
Yeah.
That's what they do
But
in
they actually
aerobatic.
do that, man. That's why,
Really?
like, he like dropped the fucking Russian judge's score, you know, like because he's always,
That's what they do. That's what they do in aerobatic judging as well.
What's the aerobatic?
Like plane aerobatics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they drop the highest and the lowest, or just the lowest?
So like the judging is broken up into categories, so you're having to like judge like specific areas, and then that all gets tallied up. But like within the specific categories, they cut out the highest and the lowest.
I want to make a fucking app for season 2.
it just
We're gonna
makes
have a
everything
fucking app, and everyone's gonna fucking put in their point. They're gonna put in how many points out of 10 they give for center line, how many points out of 10 they give for smoothest, how many points out of 10 they give for.
If you show up,
Yeah, some way to validate the fact that that is linked to Twitch, and they're in their queue or something like that, to where like that way it like does it on its own, and then like they're not like fucking just putting fucking 6 or 2 or -1 in the chat like randomly.
look, I'm just saying, hey,
The pinnacle of
if
voting.
you show up next week in some fucking like shiny gold pants and a fucking button-up T-shirt with a tie and some big fucking sunglasses, oh, dude, we're gonna be on fire.
Wait,
bro.
Boozy, that is straight out of left field, my man. What the fuck?
I'm saying, man, the pajama pants and the T-shirt are cool and all.
Do I
but
gotta
we're
put on a
DJ
suit?
vibes
Like,
here,
should I
bro.
put?
We
Should I?
are
Should I?
fucking DJ
No,
vibes
dead
here,
ass,
man.
dead ass. Should I put on a fucking? Should I start putting on a suit like once, like
Nah,
let's say
man, you
pajama
need to
pants?
go to the motherfucking thrift store and buy some
Dude.
flashy ass, wild ass shit. And put that
No,
shit
dude,
You
go
gotta
get
dress
you a
up like the
white
Monopoly man. Get a
T-shirt
monocle
with
and
like
everything.
5 epaulets, and
Yeah.
just wear pajama pants.
Oh my god. So wait,
So-
should I like wait? So when we start the vote, like when we start the practice round, because all I'm doing is pushing a button. Should I like fucking push the button and then have the camera go off and let it go off for like 5-10 minutes while I fucking put like a suit or some shit on, and then like I put a tie on or
Yeah,
something?
get you go on
Absolutely.
eBay, get you a
Flashy
Ryanair
shit,
hat.
man. It can't
A
be like no
Ryanair?
fucking. It can't be like the fucking business suit. It's got to be some fucking like pimp shit, like a pimp, like a fucking DJ,
Like
you're at the-
oversized.
like we're at
Yeah,
the
dude, get you
club.
some Channel 5 Andrew Callahan shit.
Channel 5, Andrew. Hold on, Channel 5, and Oh my god, let me click this shit. Hold on, let me look at this. Oh my god.
If you
Yeah,
show
all
up
gas,
to
no
that shit
brakes,
next
baby.
week, wearing that
Fuck.
shit.
My man's just wearing like a fucking scuffed ass tie, like swiped off to the side with a fucking button up, top button unbuttoned.
All gas, no brakes.
Absolutely. What the fuck? Bro, that is the ugliest suit. Oh my Jesus.
It's
He's got like a
iconic. You can buy him as an action figure.
I
oh
was
my
thinking
god.
like some. Do you know who Max Headroom is?
No, but I can
Yeah.
look it up.
Yeah,
Kanye.
like some Max Headroom shit, man. Like
Max headroom.
Max Headroom is nightmare fuel for some.
He's got a bow tie on half the time. Looks like. So you're thinking black, like a tux, like a tuck? I mean, I have clothes. I mean, I don't
Like,
know.
go to Goodwill and just like freaking
Buy
stand
the most-
20 feet away and pick a random suit.
But like him with those fucking wild, yeah. Go to the Goodwill stand exactly, and see those fucking white ass glasses and shit, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I
Yes,
could
Dude,
fucking
go
do
to go to
this.
CVS and buy like just random
Shit.
glasses.
From the fucking thing. I could
just feel
fucking
like,
do this.
I just feel like the vibe is like right. Everything is that, and you're wearing a t-shirt and pajama pants, and I feel like
Okay,
you're
I
just
think the vibe.
complete
No,
that.
I get it. I need sunglasses or some sort of fucking something going on. I think we need to get rid of the. We fly with the pajamas. We fly with pajamas, and then we do the landing competitions as a fucking announcer. We look like fucking Max Headroom.
Yeah,
With
Yeah,
maybe a
get you
bow
a fake
tie or.
mustache.
Absolutely.
like
Oh
those-
shit!
or
I
like
could do the. I
those
mean, I could
80s
probably do the goatee at least.
Those fucking 80s glasses that don't actually have glass, they're just slots.
That's
Yeah.
it, dude.
Oh
Get the
my,
Dahmer
those fucking
glasses.
things. With aviators, like, should I get some aviators maybe, or?
Well,
Oh
yeah,
man.
that's a good idea too.
But
I
you're
was thinking
blind, you
full
wear
on Dahmer,
actual
just full
glasses,
on,
right?
you know, registered.
You're the Dominator glasses. Is that what you said?
The
Wait,
the pinnacle of judging would be some way that you can apply a handicap to individual planes.
who? Someone else. Everyone's saying that. So for season 2,
It would be
we're
tough.
we're gonna have a suggestion box. We're gonna make
Well-
a big suggestion box at the end of the season, and we're gonna have everyone put on all their suggestions.
And what I say is, like, okay, so, and this is what he was talking about earlier when I said the triple Lutz or whatever. So, like, if your routine in ice skating or gymnastics or whatever, like, you have a base score on the difficulty of the tricks, right? You got like a base
Yeah.
score. And so you can't get as high of a score if you land in a fucking Kit Fox. You shouldn't get as high of a score as somebody landing a fucking A320. It just does. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
exactly. A good landing in a tail dragger is completely different than, you know, a Pilatus.
But some of those fucking some of those. I feel like it's hard to land the Kit Fox in the X Cup. I think that's actually why. I don't know if any of y'all are mad. Disney
Yeah, a good landing in it, a good landing in a tail dragger like that, especially a Kit
to get
Fox like set up for
smooth,
bush
like
hop, is like
That's why I think Matt
not
Dizzy
smooth.
struggles in there because he fucking chooses that X Cub and that shit's hard.
Dizzy.
That shit's
Yeah.
hard,
Not
man.
easy.
Yeah, it's not easy to land that fucking kite with fucking fat wheels in there.
Kite.
Someone's gonna come in here with a helicopter at some point.
Well, we banned helicopters. So
banned
someone
helicopters.
fucking Peter Heat wanted to do. I think he was flying the Vertigo, and I was like, Peter Heat flying the Vertigo. I was like, that's a ban. It was supposed to be a plane, but I guess I never updated the fucking list. And
It's got a reverse thrust and shit on that little bitty plane.
I was gonna try the Aviat pits. Figured it'd be tough as fuck.
the pits wouldn't be a bad.
I
Fucking
tried the
jail
TBM
just
and
smack
that
the
was
fuck out of the
fucking
ground.
stupid of. I should have never done that.
Say
Yeah,
what?
and I always get sad when not sad, but I'm always like, damn, like whenever someone's like butter the fuck out of it, if it's not like super butter, I'm like, damn, because the competition is so tough, like it's so tight, and I'm like, damn, fuck.
You know, I was thinking another I know you'd like probably like fuck. You could like if you could find a way, and I don't know how hard it is. You're much better at this shit than I am, but like to play the replay of the landing of the person you're announcing for what place. Like if you're announcing third place and it's Jay Wolf, you play Jacob.
Oh
Stable.
yeah, that would be so easy to do. Yeah, that would be
And then
super
for
easy.
second place,
Boozy.
you play the second place.
Yeah,
one now.
Boozy, let me fucking save and name everyone's landings.
Oh, is that hard? See, I don't know how.
Yeah, so the way the replays work.
I don't even know
For,
how.
for anyone that's wondering, the way the replays work is that I push a button that does a replay for the last 30 seconds, and that replay is called landing challenge replay, and then every time I push that button, it overwrites it. So I
That's-
can
Oh,
save
yeah.
them all. I can save them all, but
So it'd be too
Oh,
much.
dude, that would get irritating.
Yeah.
it would be so hard for me to go in and because like, it already takes me long enough to switch over to whoever's next and switch the overlay and switch over to the next scene that it would just kind of be a shit show to try and save the name of it.
Yeah,
I've started to not update everyone's player. I used to upgrade everyone's player card, but if you didn't compete and you're unranked, your player card doesn't get updated because there's nothing changes. So I've started to at least do that, and then I'll save them into a different folder so that I can kind of keep track of where they were and who I need to update, and then I just go down the folder and update the names. So one thing I am thinking of doing is potentially moving. I use my overlay, so I put the player cards on Stream Elements, which is like an online software for anyone who doesn't stream, and it puts all the images on there, and I click and I save every time I change the name. But I'm thinking about putting them onto the actual computer and just putting them in my overlays and potentially using the Stream Deck to switch it or using my mouse to switch it. But I don't know, like, and that way I could just, instead of updating them, I could just screenshot them all and then save, and then they would just overwrite whatever was there before, which would save me time. This is like me talking out loud about things that take me long. Like it takes about 30 to 45 minutes to update, depending on what it is, the player cards each night, and then I gotta
the
make
best
the fight plan
question.
and everything.
Does
Could you
Eurolot
make-
ever sleep?
Is my what?
Go ahead, Boozy.
I was just gonna say, does Eurolot ever sleep?
No, Eurolot is an absolute fucking legend.
What-
My man,
What
Dude.
country are you in your lot?
fucking UK.
UK?
Dude, it's
Yeah.
from. Did you
Yeah,
like that
you're
year?
from
I was like, yo, my man's from Poland, aka the UK.
Bonjour.
Really? What are you flying? Are you flying right now?
So my
You already
question
did a
is-
flight to Glasgow, though.
So that's what I'm saying. So my question is, we rated you this morning, and you were flying, and I left it on, and you flew, and it was flying for hours. Did you just like go take a nap with it on autopilot?
Wait. Is your mate Dane, or what was that guy's name?
Yeah, dang.
Like, who's that guy in your chat?
Yeah.
Wait, so you were playing on Xbox while you were flying? Oh.
This man got all
Oh.
that shit, and you got a watermark on your windows?
Dude,
Bruh.
dude
Yeah,
Eurolot
what the
looks-
fuck, Kanye?
I feel like Eurolot probably looks like the architect from the
I'm
Matrix.
about to go fucking buy your lot fucking Windows 10 key
I'm
for
about to
20
buy a
bucks,
fucking
like
Windows key from kingwin.com
for like
$18.
$5 to $10.
Great market that shit.
This man. So funny shit.
It's fucking hilarious. I didn't even notice the watermark. I guess I must have missed it. I don't know. Well, what were you saying, dude?
Earlier?
Yeah. What were you gonna say? You were gonna say something. It sounded like it was gonna be pretty lit.
No, well, there's two things. One, I don't know the logistics of basically doing a broadcast like the way you do it with one, the Reno Air Race.
Oh, I see.
I don't know if that would work because it works basically in a separate game mode. So I don't know if that would work.
And I think people need to have it too. That's the other thing. It costs money for people to
The other
have
thing
it.
I was wondering is, can you make, I guess using Stream Elements, can you basically make a form that like when someone's queuing up or whatever, they can fill in data that then gets shown on their player card, like
oh shit.
favorite plane,
Oh.
catchphrase, bullshit like that. You know,
Like dumb shit that I could fucking make everyone like kind of personalize other than just what your stats are. I could
So who are
probably.
you guys? Who is Dude?
Yeah,
that
wait,
would
dude,
be
wait.
interesting.
Dude, which one are you on Twitch?
Yeah.
Sky behind me.
Sky. Okay, Roger. Okay,
And
so
who is
Dunlad.
Dunlad?
Dunlad's
Is Dunlad
download.
even here? Oh, download. Okay.
So,
That
so
makes
we got Sky behind, we got Boozy Sheep, Sky behind me, download, Eurolot, J Wolf, Taco Trap Guide, and then myself. But yeah, I think we could probably. I mean, here's the thing: is like I think we could probably, and maybe it doesn't pop up on screen, right? Maybe instead of being on screen, maybe we do it to where we fill out a form, like we do like a Google Sheet form. Maybe we do something. I don't know if I would do it every week, but maybe
Or
we
like a
do something,
command that you fill in.
or yeah, or something, and then like instead of it popping up on the screen, because I think it'd be harder to pop up on the screen. I need to get with Jaco and try and see if I'm trying to get. So I'm trying to get with Jaco, and I fucked myself by not doing it the night that we raided him, but to get it to where he said he would make us a bot where we could. Uh, I told him I want to get a bot to where it manages both the guest voter queue and it manages the voter queue or the competitor queue, and then at the same time it also takes whatever votes that come in. But we would need to do a lot of testing because people would change their votes and people also text while they vote. So we would need to do a little bit of R
How
and
do you do
D
the
on this
votes right
shit.
now?
What happened?
Like, how do you actually do the votes right now? Like when I type a vote, like how do you
Here, I'll
tally
show
that in?
you. Let me, oh, that's not
You
I want, not my
type that
camera.
shit into fucking Excel.
Do you manually tally
Yeah,
that in?
yeah, I'm manually doing this shit. So if I go over here,
Here,
this
give
is
me a
the
second.
sheet that we're looking at. This is literally what. So you guys can't see any of this shit because it's all blacked out because this all helps me. But everyone's votes are in here. So if you look up here in the top right, I'll fucking zoom in on this shit.
Yeah.
On the top right or left, it says all the numbers. And if I scroll down, it says them as I go down. And then everyone's vote goes in. And as you put a number, and if I put like a, let me go over here where it doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
If I put like a 0 in, right, it blacks it. Oh, okay. Well, it's okay. There we go. Say why didn't it work? It like black. Oh shit. And it blacks out. So there's a ton of like this. Like I was doing a test over here,
Holy
and
shit.
I'm doing a little test down here in the bottom where I'm taking unique names, and it's working. It's working really well, and this fucking huge ass formula right here that I got going on. So this is gonna be for season 2, where I can get it to automatically update the leaderboard by just doing this formula. I know Excel relatively well, so I can accomplish shit like this. But this will take. So this is referencing the first event we ever had, and basically what this is saying is if that sheet, and if I go to this sheet 916, so if I open that back up, wherever 916 is. It says if this sheet says stray, basically, if this cell equals stray, which basically it's saying if this sheet equals this, which is his name, then and in that cell in particular, then put a 5 there. If it says this cell, which is two, a couple cells down, which would be second place, put a 4 there, etc., etc., etc. So it goes down like that. And then what I'm gonna do for season 2 is automate this shit. Because what happens is when I'm doing the leaderboards, it takes so fucking long. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm sitting there for like 10, 15 minutes just updating the leaderboard. Like all this shit totals on its own. Like if I go down to here, this is how I find. I don't have to do any of this shit. Like this is all automated down here. As far as this, not this part, I have to do this shit. I can't spell this shit wrong. Are you guys fucking kidding me? But all this shit. So this is basically taking all the data from up there. This is all round 1 and then round 2. It's getting your average score into here, and it's taking your name. It's just transposing the data from up there into there, and then this is just sorting it. So this way, this shows your top whatever, and then goes down the list. So like all that's automated,
Yeah.
and then but this part is not automated. I need to figure out how to automate this part because this part takes me forever because I'm coming up here, doing equals this
fucking
equals
sucks.
this.
Does it hurt you at all? People changing their votes.
Not really. It's not too hard because if someone says, let's say like when Stray says or Stray says one thing, he says 9.6, and he says like, oh, I meant to say 8.5. It's just like coming here and just go 8 shit. Uh-oh, that's not good.
Do you think it
8.5.
would fuck it up if you voted by command? So basically, it would only go through
I
if you
don't
had the command
no, I
prompt
don't
in front of
I think it would honestly be better. The thing is, it needs to be a full bot. It needs to be a completely
Yeah.
like it has to host everything. It has to host the queue. It has to know. And here's the thing: is what it can do is it can. Jaco said that it could link to Google Sheets very easily. But what I want it to do is I want it to take anyone who joins the queue and put them up here, and I want to be able to have obviously commands to take people out of the queue, etc., and then put the guest voters into here on this like right column over here, which puts them down here in the bottom. And I hit a bunch of columns because I was trying to make it easier for myself. Back in the day, I don't know how long you guys might not have seen it back in the day, like in season one, like beginning of season one, I used to have this up on screen, and everyone would see all the numbers, like all the numbers when I was typing them in, and then I started to, I started to black out the numbers because one, it helps me not put numbers, like not look for names that are already blacked out, and two, like when I'm doing it, I'm like this. Like, this is what it looks like. I'm like, if it's sky behind me, I'm coming over, or Sezgo, whatever. I'm coming over here, and then it's like this. So like when I'm typing them in, it's a lot easier just to see the names there, and it gets blacked out like just like that. So it's a lot easier. But what I want the bot to do is just basically take all the names and start inputting them, whatever by position, 1, 2, like everyone goes in that way, and then they vote exclamation vote whatever, and then maybe there's a criteria that's like set or some sort of something that says once you put your vote in, that's your vote, like lock your vote in, wait and see if you gotta ask if it was a balance or whatever, like whatever it is, like I want it to be automated is really what I want to do. It would be useful for me because that way I could just focus on entertaining versus focus on typing in fucking numbers into fucking shit fucking Google Sheets.
Well, I'm
of
out
courst.
of here, boys. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Boozy Sheep, fine. You don't want to listen to my Excel? Like, okay, Boozy.
Hangover recovery.
Yeah,
streams
Yeah, if you guys
and
don't follow Boozy
BoozySheep.com.
Sheep, follow Boozy Sheep. It's twitch.tv/Boozy Sheep, people. I'll be there tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. See you later, baby. So, like, the fucking, like, all this shit here is, oh, here. Like, all these red ones are all, like, data. This is all data things, like, this is where I come in and have to update automatically is this sheet here. I have to come in and I'm like typing in if there's a new person's name, I'm typing in, but that sheet that I was testing out today, which is this pink one, is this unique thing. I'm typing in unique and I'm getting the data, and it's just pulling unique names from this other sheet. Where's the sheet? Fuck. This sheet, which has all the fucking names that come. There's a lot of names here. Hold on, wait. Let me zoom out a little bit. Which pulls. This is if who won first. This is the top 5, and this is who can participate, and that's all coming from up here as well. Like as far as this sheet, this cell, the column B, and then the rest of this is coming from the sheets themselves. But they all go down the list, so it's pulling from this list over here. No, over here. And it's just putting them into here like this. It's just unique names. It pops up only once. Only one time the names pops up. And then the formula would automatically put the numbers. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Like less time, like.
Yeah, once you have that automated, that'll be just a breakthrough.
It's going to be absolutely short. And then this is where all the fucking bullshit. This is where the bullshit lives. This is everyone's fucking profile picture. Everything is in this shit, and the subscriber thing is not a thing anymore. I've since stopped doing it because it's a pain because there's no way I can't automate it other than downloading the subscriber list like minutes before we go live, and it just doesn't make any sense because
Yeah.
It's not like so the idea was to make, if you ever played marbles before, the idea was to make it like this. But this pulls from like I don't know what it's pulling from to get that data immediately, but like it's pulling sub, mod, fucking all this last mess. It's pulling all this shit. This was the idea. Is I want them to look something cool like this. So I got the profile picture. I got the cool info down below, like all the cool stuff. I want to make it cool looking, but it pulls, everything pulls from fucking A. From up over here, so all the player cards they're all updated now. So every player card is updated. So if I go over here to the player cards, this is all the player cards we have. And then when I do the player cards, I zoom in, I do a little bit of this action. Screenshot, snip, and then I copy and paste it. And then I save it. So like every time, I really don't want to fucking do this guy, or I do hyper. I don't want to do this guy. I probably won't do his. But, and I gotta pull, like, so this is what I do, is I copy this, I go twitch.tv/,
You're doing a crazy good job with this.
and I do a little copy image address, you come back over to the sheet, go to the user, no, I don't even know what the fucking sheets are anymore, I'm fucking all over the place. Come over here to HyperX, shit, I gotta zoom out. What the fuck is this bitch ass name? Let's see, HyperX drift, paste, then boom, it does this thing. Oh, I guess I'll take this bitch ass name. This dude was a troll. This is the guy who I thought was a troll. Image followers. Looks like a troll to me. Copy the image address. Come over here, paste, boom. Nope. Boom, there we go. And now all the player cards are updated. I don't have to do anything else to them. Got his fucking, doesn't he look like a fucking troll? Fucking rat. We got Eurolot. That's what I was doing. So Eurolot, when I found your stream, I was doing that. I was going like this. I was like, all right, let's type in Eurolot, and all of a sudden, fucking Eurolot. Whoa! What the fuck? Yo! What the fuck? He's live. What the fuck? This is exactly what happened today. Like earlier today, you just took off. You literally took off when I fucking came in, I think. Oh my gosh. And that dude, I was like, oh damn, I guess cause he's like, send me the Discord, and I was like, all right, bet. And I say Discord, and like nothing happened, like for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and all of a sudden, fucking, I see Eurobot, and I was like, fuck yeah, baby. Let's go. Not bad at all. Let's go. That
You're
was
a lot.
fucking sweet. Fuck yeah, dude. So that's
Hey,
literally what I was
You're a
doing.
lot.
To get your
You ever
image.
fly the 737-800?
Peace out,
You do. Which one do you use? I don't know the new Sims meta. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Not bad at all. So you're a lot currently in 18th.
I haven't tried
2
the
points.
I haven't tried the PMDG in the new sim.
Not
Gotcha.
bad at all. I don't even play.
Any of you guys fly real life?
Dude, you fucking better hope I don't.
What do you? Oh, what'd you used to fly? That's literally what I'm flying on my daily. Yep.
Hi me.
Yeah.
Is that you, Sky me, hi me? Is that you?
Dude, that's hilarious. Oh, I mean, it's my baby. I love it. Yeah. I'm in the middle of instrument right now. Did you say night rating? We don't have night ratings in the US. It's a terrible mistake. No. I think it should be mandatory over here. I think it should be mandatory over here. I've had quite a bit of instrument training, and like Oh, you're good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man, it's the same way it is here too.
Really?
Yeah. A lot like the Delta. I don't know. I'm not sure how your airspace works, but like the Deltas over here, they yeah, they shut down at 9 usually.
Sky-me would not bad. Wait, whoa! It says you have one podium with no points. What the fuck?
What's a podium?
It means you got points. Why the fuck is this bullshit? Oh my, here we go with the fucking type. I gotta figure out how to fix this. Did you get a podium at some point? What the fuck is going on?
I don't know what a
with
podium is.
Wait, am I in the right sheet? Why does it
Yeah.
say
No,
one?
no, dude. I'm
Or,
like here. I'll message you the 180 I'm flying.
for whoever was saying it, yeah, my mic was fucked up a second ago, but I was gonna say, yeah, night rating should definitely be a thing here.
How does it say unranked with no
Just
points
a
with
second.
one podium? I must have just fucked something up. This is not good. No, type back in, just fucking everything up. Let's make
Nothing new
everything
there.
clear. Yeah, right. Want to make everything clear so I can. Ah, fuck, it didn't work.
Wait, hold on. I sent you the wrong link. I bet.
Sky
Wait just a second.
behind me. Sky behind me didn't fucking get a podium, so I don't know what it's pulling from. Fuck it, dude. I fucked this sheet so hard. Trying to find the mistake is gonna be hard.
You should be like, there's a fucking issue with Excel or whatever, and everyone's just gonna have to start back at 0 points at
3-1
event
win.
number 15.
It says no wins, 2 events play with 1 podium, but it's taking it from count if season 1 user data equals A32, which is your name. So season 1 user data. Oh wait, is it down? Is it going from?
We don't. No, we don't have night ratings over here, but I probably have 30 hours at night. No, it's 1971. So no, it's not an F model. Gotcha. And yours is still technically a Cherokee? Gotcha. It's not. It doesn't have one of the. Okay.
User data equals.
Yeah. No, this one's a 71. 0320.
Somewhere in here it says Sky Miami. Have you got any? Do you remember getting any points, Sky?
Was yours still carbureted or fuel injected?
Ooh, I made a mistake. Oh, that's okay. I can fix that. Everyone was getting fucking point. Everyone was getting a podium tonight.
My friend in the UK he's working on his PPL right now, and so I'm helping him out as far as studying and stuff. But oh, dude, that's so cool. I like that. I like that paint job. Very cool. Dude, from where I'm from, I'm so surprised our planes don't have the Confederate flag on them.
Let's see. There you go. Sky behind me. Got you locked in.
The people
Gotta
that I
fix
see
it.
all day. Thank you, man.
I fucked that shit up harder than fucking Bin Laden, man. Like that shit was mad fucked. I fucking did. What I had done was I fucking I guess on this specific cell I had just done unique, but I had done unique for. I did it in the wrong cell. I did it for whoever competed and not for the actual like top 5, which comes in here. I really need to make this look better. This looks like dog shit. Every time we do this, I feel like I want to cringe. I'm like, God damn, that looks so bad. That looks worse than fucking Hillary Clinton's fucking whatever it was called, her presidential push. It looked bad.
I'm re- dude, I'm loving the memes.
Oh
They're
yeah.
so good.
Oh my god.
I'm not a quitter.
I've resigned. Jayle's still rocking hard out with his cock out. For real?
Yeah, I did not have high hopes, but what? Yes, yeah, surprised Pikachu face.
Right. It's too much work. I don't have time for that. I'm too busy doing landing challenges.
Um, gotcha.
It is hard to get money nowadays, and everything costs way more than it used to. And then what happened after? I don't even know what happened. What happened after that? I don't even know. Did anything else happen after that? Oh, wait, isn't that when? Wait, something happen where they took away? They like just like left everything there.
Yeah, we were already in the middle
Oh,
of the
it,
transition.
I was
pulling
in
out, and then
Afghanistan.
yeah,
Oh,
we
and
were in
they
the
just like left
middle
us.
of a big long, like basically just endless transition of pulling out. And then when the new
Yeah.
administration took over, he was just like, "No, we're just gonna like yank it out."
Air Force One, the old Boeing 769.
And when I was going into Nashville, one time to pick a guy up, the landed, went into signature, and then when I was coming back out, there was a there was a plane out there with a ton of SUVs around it, and I'm walking with my bag to my plane, and I'm like looking at my phone. Then I look up, and there's this dude in a suit, probably like 30 yards away from me, and he's looking at me, and he's got sunglasses on, and his hands in front of me. He's just shaking his head no, and I
Oh,
stopped, and I like looked at him, and I pointed at myself, and then pointed at my plane, which they had moved to the other end of the ramp. And he like turned around and looked at it, and he looked back at me and just shook his head no. So
oh
I
my.
just set my bag on the ground and I just sat down and I waited for like 15 minutes. And then these other SUVs pull up into the middle of the circle of all the guys. And then a bunch of people get off the jet, get into it, and they all just tear out, like they all just leave. And then dude just nods at me and he backs up, and then I just walk to my plane. But it was the vice
Damn.
president. Yeah.
They tried to get rid of you. They said,
Oh,
"Fuck."
dude.
They said, "Damn, bro, my man's is going crazy."
Here in the, I'm not sure how it is over like in Europe, but here in the U.S. we have military operating areas like everywhere, and you can fly in the.
Well,
Okay, here a majority of the U.S. is Class Echo, so you don't even have to have a radio. You can
I
fly
got
anywhere you want.
I just cummed.
Yes.
yeah.
See here you still can fly it with a you can fly it with we have a separate license called a sports license. Um, but the amount of training you need, the amount of time that it takes to get a sports license, you're like basically $2,000 off of having a private. So it's basically useless because the restrictions on it just it doesn't make any sense. So almost no one gets a sports license. Do you do you guys have paramotors over there? Do you have to have a license? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just gotta
See
fly
we have
due regard.
what?
I was saying you gotta fly due regard. Don't talk to anyone.
The here you'd be operating under Part 103 because the way they consider it technically a paramotor is foot launched.
Someone just
So you don't require a license. You can literally go buy one right now and just start flying it. And as long as you stay below 18,000, you're good. Yeah, no, that is way smarter. We had a guy get smacked near Atlanta by 208, and it killed the 208 pilot because it ripped the wing completely off, and it obviously killed the paramotor because it obliterated him. Oh no, we did have that happen here. It was like a month ago. Yeah, that was a bad deal. The issue we have here is um okay, so like all right, your instructors over there, does it become pretty apparent that like if someone's instructing it's just because they're trying to build minimum hours for airlines? Okay. That's how it is here. So but we have so many people going to the airlines that they may be like a little teeny person, but they may be instructing somebody that is way bigger than them. And the issue is there's not much training on dealing with someone that locks up on the controls. Um, s- so, in a lot of these cases of someone, losing control of the airplane, like right near landing, not so much during the, at altitude, but yeah, like I know someone, like even one of the instructors at my home airport, and it was just 6 months ago. He had to absolutely beat the shit out of his student. Gotcha. Yeah, God, yeah, there there's a ton of regulations that we skimp on that happen very very slowly over here. He was in the worst possible position because he was he wasn't necessarily basically his interest didn't combat like the FAA or the NTSB as much as it combated Boeing and Airbus. Yeah. And yeah. I think they were just trying to find something to get the attention off of the manufacturer, um, which is, it's not even the manufacturer's fault because it's birds, but still. Exactly. Yeah, and
We
they purposely gaslit the pilots
we just had
while
our
knowing about it.
the runaway stab trim, like the memory items for it just changed like a month ago after being like one thing for a while. We just had to like relearn it for like the 737, so it's still changing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have a reputation like at my home airport for being really skittish and like, well, the thing is like I have their reputation, but I just recognize that like a lot of the pilots around me, like y'all are gonna fucking die. Like
Yeah.
the way they act, I'm like, you guys, when you guys die, it will be in an airplane. The see,
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a saying it's like no fast hands in the cockpit because it's like just reacting before you even think will get you killed too.
for example, this will give like a foundation of what I mean. There's a pilot at my home airport. He has been flying for a whole decade longer than me, but he has less hours than me, which is fine. I've seen pilots have 1,000 hours that are shit pilots, but the he has less hours than me. But he flies everywhere in a 182. He'll fly everywhere at 2,000 feet. Okay, so that starts like begging questions like why would you fly 2,000 feet? Because tons of different things. You have an engine out of engine performance, density, altitude. There's a tons of different reasons. So it's like why do you fly 2,000 feet? And he never would give an answer. And then one time I went flying with him, and he was going to fly like 2,000 feet. We were going to fly for like 2 hours to this one place, and I was like, if we go up to, we were going east. So I was like, if we go up to 7,500 feet, um, we're going to get a 34 knot tailwind. So versus this 3 knot headwind we have down here. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna just hang right here. Well, I like to fly low. And so I asked him, I was like, or because I was just sitting in the co-pilot seat. I'm like, okay, whatever. but it's wigging me out because there is no reaction time if we have an engine out. Like
Yeah.
we're going in the forest, and it didn't make any sense because we have airports everywhere, but you just need enough altitude so you can glide to them. You
Yeah.
can't glide to them at 2,000 feet. And it, anyway, had an epiphany. It's because he can't be bothered to remember what the VFR courtesy altitudes are. He can't remember if he's supposed to fly odds or evens if he's going west or east.
Oh
So
yeah.
his remedy is just to fly 2,000 feet and greatly increase his danger. Oh no, he has no he knows no instruments. He flies completely by feel. Like I don't fly with him. I don't fly with him because like when he's in the when he flies a pattern, he flies one of those bomber patterns where as soon as he comes off the runway, he does not fly runway heading. He immediately turns out if he's going to do stay in the
What
pattern,
the
do touch and
fuck?
goes. He immediately turns out. He keeps it 300-foot AGL and does a circle. He doesn't come into a final. He comes across the numbers at a 45-degree angle out of a circle and puts her
That's
on. And the thing is,
dangerous.
he can fly a plane really well, but that's not piloting. That's not being
Yeah.
a pilot. Those are two different things.
Especially as a teacher though, that's different. Like being a good pilot and being a good teacher at like instructing like as a pilot is totally separate.
Very true. And see, that's why I've told everybody at my home airport. I hang out there every day, and they tell me all the time that they're like, you'd make a really good instructor. You need to instruct, and I'm like, I won't ever be a flight instructor because I can't. Because I can't. I don't think I'd ever get to the point like with myself to be able to sign off on somebody soloing. Um, I'd never be able to accept it. Yeah, because every instructor that I've met here, they have this mentality of like, well, well, if I signed off on a student to go solo and they crashed it, well, that's they fucked up. Like that's their problem. I'm like, I can't separate. that's why I shouldn't. That's why I shouldn't flight instruct. I wouldn't be able to separate it. I would beat myself up over it.
I want to be an instructor at some point, like in my career, but that's only just because I miss doing like aerobatics, just because I haven't done that like since I was a student,
What's your home
and
airport?
I miss doing. I'm in Jacksonville, KNIP.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah,
Have you ever been to Tennessee?
yeah, I've flown through there a few times. I've been to Tri Cities and to what's the one, Knoxville. Both of them are gorgeous
Yes.
places to fly
Put it
through.
on your list if you ever want to make a cross country. If you come to Kilo Uniform Charlie Yankee,
Hang on, I'm gonna
it's in
Google it
it's
real
in
quick.
West Tennessee. It's Union City.
So
It's
Kilo uniform, what was it?
Charlie Yankee.
Charlie Yankee.
Yeah, it's kind of an unknown hotspot of of aviation, just period. Because like for instance, do you know who Rob Holland is?
No.
He's he is the, the premier aerobatic pilot at the moment. Flies an MX. Uh, he just won world championships again, so he's 10-time world champion, 11-time national champion. Um, but like KUCY, like that's his home airport. We built both his MX and his MX2, but we do. They have aerobatic clinics over there there every 3 months. So the U.S. Unlimited team will come there and do clinics, and they'll do training and practice and everything. So if you ever want to get in on aerobatics, that's like the perfect place to go to to meet and hang out with those guys. Because we got
God
a
damn it.
decathlon, we got a Kristen Eagle, um, MXs, extra 300s.
Runway's like 500 feet too short for us to go there. We gotta have at least 7,000 foot.
Oh, what are you in?
737.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say if you came into like if you came into Nashville, was just an hour like flat, then yeah, if you're coming in for something like that, we could just come pick you up. We'll just fly over in
Oh,
like
nice.
182 or something.
That's pretty chill. Like Tennessee is definitely the best place I've like flown through so far. Like ATC is like so accommodating for us, and like Tower and everything. They just like let us hit the pattern and everything. Like I don't know, it's like the best place to fly.
Yeah,
And the
yeah, they're
mountains are
pretty chill,
beautiful.
especially Memphis. Memphis doesn't have a lot of traffic in there during the summer. So it's okay. Like flew into Memphis um, 2 weeks ago, 206, and we got cleared. We got cleared for a 20 mile final. We got cleared to
Jesus
land at
Christ.
20 miles. So we call back. We're like, just want to confirm you cleared us, us to land, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And he went, a firm boy, and
Nice.
uh, and we're like, okay, well we'll see you guys in a little while. And he was like, Raja. Here, kind of the universal language for like thanking a controller is to send them pizza. Yeah, a lot of, especially like the Charlies and the Bravos, their towers will have an Instagram page, and they'll
Oh, do
usually
they? I
have
didn't
like,
even know that.
yeah, yeah. Well, they post good stuff because they'll do plane spotting, and they also like post like news updates like for the airport and stuff. Handy. Like Nashville just posted here the other day, just letting everybody know, hey, if you see a plane on fire, don't be alarmed because it's the ground, it's the emergency services doing training. Good stuff like that. But yeah, they also have on there like they have the address to the tower with the attention to. So if you want to send them pizza, you just call a pizza place and send them over. Have them write, thanks November so and so on the lid. Pretty neat. Oh, dude, friggin' like I don't know how it is. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so cringy. I don't know how it is in Europe, but like at night, if you're flying VFR, like if you're on flat falling, the radios get goofy. Like I had to fly, which it's one of the videos I sent you, but when I was flying back, I had to fly to Oklahoma City and back. And on my way back, it was probably, I came out of Fort Smith, Arkansas, and it was 1 in the morning. It was 1 a.m. and I just hear this one guy. He get, he was like, squawk VFR, over to advisory, and he comes by. He's like, squawking VFR, have a good beat, and that's how he said it. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And this other dude just gets on her. He's like, hold on, I think my mic cut that out. But anyways, like meow, and the controller's like meow, and he's like, whoa, kitty. That's awesome.
Mhm.
There's quite a few. There's quite a few pilots that like I've flown with over here that I'm like, I don't understand how you got your license. Like this one time we were flying into Owensboro, Kentucky, and I was flying this with this dude. He had a 2012 super nice G36 Bonanza, and yeah, good at the time, good $800,000 airplane, dual G1000. You know, all yeah, just good quality trainer. You know, and so we're coming into Owensboro, and we're going 142 knots, super VFR, super clear, weather's good and everything. But we're coming in, and he gets set up on a probably 30-mile final. He's doing this 30-mile straight in approach, and
Jesus.
he's flying it, and the guy that I'm flying, the pilot's name was Ken, and I'm sitting there and I'm just chilling because at the time I was in pilot training, so I'm not. If I'm sitting in the co-pilot seat, I'm not going to act. I'm not going to give any
Yeah.
suggestions. I'm not going to act like I know anything, even if
Yeah.
I think something's up. So I'm sitting. I'm not going to sit there with my hand acting like I'm going to grab the yoke or anything. So anyway, I'm sitting there, and w- we're on the pappies. We're good. We're on the glide slope good. But we're probably 5 miles out. We're still going 140 knots. And so at that point, I start getting nervous because then we get to 3 miles out. And we're still going 140 knots. And I was like, so I started, I didn't know what to do. So I started asking questions. So I was like, hey, Ken, what's this? What do you usually like to come over the numbers at? You know, I'm trying to hit around. And he doesn't say anything. He's just staring straight forward. And I was like, so then then we're 2 miles. And I was like, um, what's the well, what speed do you usually like? What's the minimum speed for the gear? And he doesn't say anything. He's just still just staring straight out. And at that point, I'm like, Ken, Ken, and he does not respond. He's just staring straight out. So then I'm start going through my head. I'm like, okay, if we get to 1 mile out and we're still going the speed, if I have to if I have to waylay him upside the temple, if I knock him out, I have to keep his body off the yoke and then fly a plane I've never flown before. It's a high performance constant speed problem. I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. If I don't knock him out, now I'm having to fly the plane, but I'm also having to fight a Ken. Neither of these options are good. So, but about that time, we're about a mile out. We're about a mile out, and he chops the power. He chops the power completely out. Just throws a mix all the way forward. Throws the prop all the way forward. Just not smooth. Just throws it in, and then so speed starts coming down. We get to about 120 knots, and he drops everything all at once. Drops all the flaps, drops the gear at the same time. So I'm just getting thrown forward when the gear come out, and I'm like, so and we're still coming in, and my parents are in the back, and his wife's in the back, and I'm nervous. So then we get down there, and he never slowed down from 120 knots. We're coming in. We cross over the numbers. We're still 122 knots, and he never flares. He just runs it all the way into the runway at 120 knots. I put my hands up in front of my face, fixing to like protect my head. He just slams that gear down. The drinks in the back fly up into the instrument panel. My hands go freaking flying. My seatbelt is pulling like on me, like freaking put marks on my shoulders. And we don't bounce or anything. He shoves the yoke forward to keep it down. Like as soon as we touch, he shoves the yoke forward, and it feels like we landed on a carrier. And he's just like, I could hear the plane slowing down, just yeah. Well, I'm sitting there like, I'm sitting out there like looking up in the sky, seeing if an angel's looking down at me or whatever. And I'm scared, and I am terrified of what all I'm thinking about now is now I'm in Kentucky. I have to get back home. I don't want to do it this way. But then we get up there, and he parks, or sorry, right after that, when he gets down to about like 20 knots, slowing down, he just looks over at me and goes, "Nailed it." And I didn't say anything. I was pissed. We got up to the ramp, and the line he opens up his window, and the line guy's like, "A little hot, wasn't it?" And it hurt his feelings so bad.
That guy could fucking tell.
Oh well, it ended up being like a good a good story and a bad story because when we were gonna leave later that night, we got out to the run up area, and he set the parking brake, which is the cardinal sin. And he set the parking brake. So he does his run up, and then after does that, he goes to take his parking brake off, and it disengage. He calls the
Wait,
tower, and he's like,
why is that the
"Hey, we're gonna
cardinal sin?
say what?"
Like, what's wrong with doing that? Like with the parking brake for that?
It's not that it's actually a cardinal sin. It's just that the parking brakes on airplanes have a reputation for it. Okay, did you go to a 141 or a 61 school?
I'm in the Navy, so I did like the Navy's flight school.
Okay, cool, gotcha. So I don't know if there's anything similar. Do you have things that's obvious something that it's the AMP or the mechanic's problem, but they blame it on the pilots?
Yeah.
Okay, the parking brake is that for us. The
Okay.
parking brakes break and they don't get fixed. Mechanics just say don't pull the parking brake.
Just don't
And
ever
it's
set
on
it.
every
Okay.
fucking plane.
Nice.
So it'll literally be on every freaking checklist of every plane. It'll like scratch out like set parking brake. It's just because no one wants to fix the parking brakes on them.
Nice.
They're like, just use the toe brakes. You got brakes. And then so the parking brake is stuck. So he calls the tower. And he's like, we'll be here for a minute. Well, he tries to fix it. He calls the mechanic. The mechanic's like, did you seriously pull the parking brake? He's blaming him. And then um, we end up having to get pulled back to the ramp. We ended up having to get pulled back to the ramp. And we were out there for 4 hours. It was
Jeez.
it was 11 p.m. when we were fixing to take off. So we were out there until like 3:30 in the morning because we had to wait for one of our other buddies at our home airport to take off on a 182, come fly to Kentucky, pick up half of us, fly them back, and then come back and get me and Ken. That was the last time I ever flew with him.
Nice. I don't blame you.
Stupid, stupid. Dude, I'll tell you something that's freaking weird. We had some planes in Reno this year, at the Reno Air Race. And that's my first time at Reno. The culture at Reno is freaking weird. Like, okay, for instance, okay, um, a lot of these aerobatic pilots, like at the aerobatic clinics and stuff, to me, I consider those guys like daredevils. Like, stuff they've been through, the amount of experience they have, they just do not think, they don't care about like the danger anymore. Their adrenal glands don't work. And The Rob Holland, which is again like been doing aerobatics all of his life. He does he does shit that no one else will do and all this. He's in the hangar one day and he sees the Lancer planes that we have in there. These Lancer planes are 1100 horsepower. We're talking, um, you know, freaking IO 870 turbo methanol injected, and the thing's basically made to get past the finish line and then not blow up for one more second. And he's like, "What are y'all?" He's like, "What y'all gonna do with these?" And I was like, "Well, Mike said he's gonna race it at Reno," and he's like, "He better be careful." And I was like, "Someone else saying be careful means something, but you saying that means something different." So I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, they average about a death a year." And I was like, "Well, how many do y'all average? Like, aerobatics?"
Yeah.
He was like, "About a death a year." I was like, so I was confused because I'm a dumbass. And I was like, oh, I was like, okay. And he was like, yeah, but we have 380 air shows, and they have one air race. He said they average a death every time they do. And I was like, oh. So it's like, sure enough, you get out to Reno, you get out to Reno, and the we had what we had two planes in the sport class, so a Glass Air 3 and a Lance Air Legacy. And then we had in jet we had a L29 and an L139, and um, the there was probably like 17, 18 Maydays my entire time there. But it's just seen as
God
whatever.
damn.
People blow an engine every race. It becomes just normal, like that someone just has an emergency. And the but it's so weird because out there, all the competitors are literally taking bets on who they think is going to die that year.
Nice. That sounds
Like
about right.
this year, freaking, um, it was the last race, and Aaron Hogue was in a L29. He he G locked and went in, and he G locked and went in, and like I was there taking photos, and the he went in, and then you hear you hear it. He's right on the other side of the runway, and you feel the heat off the flames, and you smell the Jet A mixed with the brush fire and all that. And it's weird. Everybody gets quiet, but only for about a minute and a half. And then everybody goes back to partying or whatever, and everything's back to normal.
Like no one even cares.
Yeah, and then like I'm weirded out because I'm like, dude just got vaporized, and everyone's like, this is normal. But then like they're all like, "Fucking dumbass," like that's how they're talking about it and stuff. Like it was weird. I think it'll be the last Reno. Yeah. But this one was like at Reno you can only pass above and on the right. Have you have you seen um have you seen the P-51 that went into the grandstands at Reno? Yeah. and like I thought you would think that would kill Reno, like it'd be over after that, but I think that's I think I think it's possible this may be the last Reno just because the not because of the crash, but because the production of Reno is absolute shite. Like they their s- their main sponsor, which is still doesn't give them a lot of money. It's half a million, but you're talking about $75,000 for an entry ticket for for a participant. It becomes very obvious when you're out there that it is not a show for spectators. It Reno exists for the competitors, for the participants. So because of that, like they don't, it doesn't make anything, and it really doesn't make sense for the sponsors. And now Still's pulling out, and they've already lost like their previous sponsor before Still. So I think they could have had a crash, and it could have kept going, or they could have lost their main sponsor and could have kept going. But I think both at the same time, like may have did it in. Diana Stanger. Which one are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about NASCAR. Who's the GoDaddy? Yeah, dude, I won't even remember her as her. I just remember her as the GoDaddy driver.
Yeah, right.
I can see that. I got this. I got this one guy. He's he's considered like the he's considered the guy for um pits for doing pits aerobatics and like Christian Eagle, that kind of stuff. And his name's Skip Stewart, and they all the aerobatic guys talk about him like he is a fucking nutcase. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I've never gotten to see her, but I've heard the other guys talk about her. Yep. What's the weirdest thing is you hate it because you hate, I hate stereotypes being proven like about people. But dude, my God, the fucking doctors and dentists. The doctors and the dentists are the ones that freaking send it into the dirt, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's a synonymous mentality of feeling invincible or what. Probably. Prince George? Oh, I thought you were going to talk about. I thought you were saying Prince Andrew. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think when you start saying King, you're thinking of King George. I was like, I'm sure he did his fair share. Yeah,
They all partook a little bit.
just partaking in a little dab of rape.
Yeah, just a little dab.
Just a little sprinkle. Actually, I haven't heard that. No,
Yeah, I haven't
no,
heard that either.
oh, Prince Harry? No, I haven't heard that. Oh, I do remember this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I
guess I
haven't
never
heard
connected it was him.
that. Oh yeah, the war crimes. Yeah, I see that like, stuff about that all the time. Yeah,
You know what they say? Can't can't be held back by just a little law. What's a little law? You gonna keep yourself held back by a little regulation?
Geneva Conventions. Never heard of her. Right. It's not a game, man.
In The Sims, 5 years. It was FSX, and then I switched to X-Plane, and then X-Plane to here. Started about 5 years ago. My brother, um, my brother was flat simming, and he lives like 4 hours away. So it was something for us to do together. So like, he was teaching me, the systems, navigation, radio communication, stuff like that. Like we got really into it. We did it for a few years, and then I started flight training. Oh yeah. Why not? It's a good dream.
Oh yeah, all that shit.
Getting full tactical. The do you? What was your first time flying? Period. Airliner or anything? I mean, in real life. Like, what was your first time flying? Period in real life. Gotcha. The have you flown on an airliner? Gotcha. The gotcha. I've the only thing close to military aircraft that I've flown is the 139, but I only got to fly it for like 2 minutes. But yeah, it go burr. We have a. I mean, this is somewhat related. We have a Huey. Um, yeah, yeah, we're selling it right now. Yeah, not only that, it's an experimental Huey. Let me show it to
Oh,
you.
nice.
Now you can buy it for like the last price they lowered it down to was 380, 308, 380,000. It can be yours, 120 gallon an hour, Jet A sucking Huey can be yours. Here, let me find. Well, let me go get my phone.
I mean, that's cool, but it also sucks because like I'd want to buy it if I built it. Yeah. But it's so cool at the same time that he's doing it for museums. Right? Nice.
I just got back. Let me find it because I got videos. I'm seeing that I would just have a picture. If not, I'll send you the video.
Fun.
Here it is. That's a bad picture. I'll find one. Or I'll just send it.
I'm still trying to open the picture.
Here, here. I got one video of it. Well, that video sucks. I thought I wanted to run it. I have the one on the inside, but you can't see anything. Ah, there you go. Let me know if that works.
Okay, yeah, there we go. It's loading now.
It's fucking.
Right at the end.
Oh no, no, Mike. He wants everything. Like he wants everything to be filmed. Like literally every time we like do anything, he's like, "Do you get any photos?" Oh, look at look at this. This is I just thought about this. We have a Sonex jet in the hangar right now. Look how goofy this thing looks. Dude, it's a
I think it's tiny.
210 knot airplane. It's ridiculous. Oh, dude, the dude freaking when he flew it in, because it is so teeny, it just looks like a cruise missile. It has freaking the wheels on it are the same wheels that goes on like a jazzy scooter, yeah, or like a like a scooter. Here's the 139. Let me pull up your stream. Hold on. Where's your stream? Okay, let me. Weech. Is it your lot? Gotcha. What landing port? I'm gonna go 72. Hey, Taco,
Yeah.
do you you said you flew in the Navy?
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you fly?
I fly the P8.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, my guy.
Get to fly a 737, 200 feet over the water. It's a little. Yeah, we don't do that often, but it's a little sketchy when we do.
I don't know if you can act. I don't know how it works with being in the military, but do just vaguely. Do you get paid well?
I mean, yeah, you can Google like how much we get paid. Like it's all like
Oh wait,
open or
yeah,
whatever.
I forgot that's tabled. That's public info.
Yeah, yeah. So me personally, I'm in. Right now I'm in for I've been in for 3 years, and I'm in O2. So in the Navy, it's like a lieutenant junior grade. Uh, including like my like housing pay, and then also like my like flight pay, just so all my pay like after taxes, I make about like 72 grand a year.
Do you do you work? Do you do any work when you're home?
Uh,
Like, do
what
you
do you mean
have
by
any
that?
time off?
Yeah, well, I'm probably a bad person to ask for this because I've like barely gotten started yet with like
Mm.
flying. I've only got like 50 hours so far in the P8, so I'm like still a very junior pilot when it comes to that. But what's it called? I mean, yeah, we generally fly like when we're not deployed, we fly like maybe like twice a week, and then you might have like a sim like once a week, and then other than that, you just have like your ground job or whatever. But you
That's
still
what
go into work like Monday through Friday or whatever.
the what's your do you have like a pipe dream goal, or like is that it? Like I can see that being it, but I didn't know. I know some people, they'll go fly military for a certain amount so they can come out and fly corporate, or you know try to get a captain position or something.
I'm still kind of figuring it out. I don't know. Like flying's a lot of fun, and I don't know like
You're
what
pretty
I'm gonna
fucking
do.
set. Like,
Yeah, it's
well,
pretty nice
yeah. If
getting.
you want to go airlines, you're like fucking.
Yeah,
You got in at the right time.
yeah, especially like with like because the guys who go like F-18s, yeah, the guys who go like F-18s, they have to like argue to get like multi-engine hours, just because the airlines don't really look at F-18s as multi-engine, just since the airline,
Yeah, they're
or
like,
both
please don't
engines are
land
like,
our plane.
yeah, both their engines are like center line, whereas ours, like, it's a 737, so it's like we're already getting the hours. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want to like fly for airlines or fly for like FedEx or something. I don't know. Whatever pays well and isn't too time consuming. Yeah.
You should get. Yeah, if you go FedEx, you should get like you should be able to get on somebody's desk pretty damn quick.
Yeah. I've heard like a lot of the like the mail ones. I've heard like those they pay well. It's just you're working a shit ton of hours.
You do, but God, have you seen the fucking captain pay?
Nah, not for those. I haven't. Nah. I've
Oh
heard it's better
my
than
God.
airline pay.
Okay, so like right now, two of my friends are on contract for Republic. Republic's new contract just come out, right? And
Yeah.
it's 90, I think it's $91.50 an hour, flight hour, like 70 guaranteed. So you're paid that regardless, and you get 100% deadhead.
That's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, you do have mandatory upgrades right now, so some people just
Part of
want
me,
to stay in FO, but
part of me's like worried that like once I get out of the Navy or whatever, I'm just gonna feel like the flying is less fulfilling. Just because like I don't know, flying around and like dropping buoys in the water and stuff like that, it's pretty fun. And then it's like once
bet.
you're just flying routes or whatever, like for an airline or for anything like that, I feel like it's just gonna be boring. Yeah.
Have you like been able to like I guess internalize or like figure out like what part of flying you actually like? What I mean by that is like I'm I'm inundated now with aerobatics and weird fucking planes and bush flying and all that, and I don't give two shits about it. Like I get nothing out of it. But flying a 208 IFR into Memphis, I'm fucking giddy. Like I snorted 3 lines. Like I
Gotta
am
look up what a
I
2.8 is real quick.
oh sorry, not a 208, a 206, a stationary. But it's a
206. Okay.
yeah, basically a 6-seater Skyhawk. Just way beefier. Sucking down, 20 gallons an hour rather than
Oh,
11.
nice. I see.
But yeah, the procedural part of it rather than the like I don't get any thrill out of like flying. You know how like people would think flying is like, oh, I'm going fast,
Yeah,
I'm
like
here with the
auxiliary
birds.
stuff. Yeah.
I don't get any of that. I for me, it's having a plan, trying to mitigate risk, executing the plan. How well did the plan go? What can I do better next time? Like it's like I get giddy about it.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I do miss, like from flight school days, is like aerobatics and stuff, like just doing like spins and clover leafs and just all of those. Like I do miss those and pulling G's and stuff because it's like this thing we could pull 1.8 was our limit. It's like, but I also do like I don't know making a plan and shooting like instrument approaches and stuff like that. And then also it's kind of like I don't know, it's kind of fun to just like request the tower pattern in a 737 because like no airliner's gonna do that, but we can do that.
That's a fucking flex.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, it's pretty chill. It's a good
See,
community too.
the I think about it often if like because I'm not in aviation industry. I'm a media producer. Um, but I still think on the daily about just completely jumping ship. I've been doing media for 10 years now, and I still think about jumping ship and just being like, okay, I'm gonna just go full force and go fly for the airlines or whatever. But the thing is like everyone that I know that flies for the airlines or is going to fly for the airlines, that is a big part of their identity. Like they,
Yeah. It
that's what they've always
consumes
dreamed
them.
about. It means a lot to them.
Yeah.
For me, the pinnacle is flying a TBM or a Pilatus or a King.
Yeah, just flying for fun.
Just flying for some big wig, like flying for private, just being somebody's private pilot, just being their chauffeur.
Yeah,
And
it does sound like just like not a small plane by any means, but like a smaller plane, just like flying. Like yeah, because that's like for the like in the Navy, if you like when you go to flight school, you fly a T6, which is it's like the PC-21 in flight sim. Yeah, it's the Texan 2.
yeah, I've seen them.
You
They
fly that.
apparently have a terrible reputation.
Yeah, they're getting work. Yeah, their like ejection seat doesn't work and stuff. So glad I never had to eject. But
It's in the
for
checklist that you go through the canopy.
yeah, uh, but then for like if you're gonna go to P8s or whatever, which is what I went. After that, you fly the T-44, which is just a King Air like C-90 or some shit. And I honestly I loved flying that thing. Like we did so many like single engine approaches and stuff like that. Like it's just so much fun flying a multi-engine like smaller plane like that.
See,
So
that's what I'm
yeah,
on track to do. That's what I'll be doing.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll be my right now. What it is the guys that I hang out with and fly with and everything. They operate Part 91 for um, or they operate a King Air 200 and an F90,
oh nice.
and they I've gotten I've just gotten to ride right seat in those on a few flights, but they they have three pilots that operate those right now, and two of them are leaving for the airlines um, in January.
So
So
you're gonna
my
need
goal,
more.
yeah, and it's a very specific job because it's flying for just this community of, you know, it, it, it it's 12 owners for
Yeah,
both of these planes. And it's just, if they need to go pick up their daughter in Destin, Florida, or they gotta go pick up somebody from Huntsville, Alabama, or whatever, you know. And but it's $300, like for if your right seat's $300, your left seat's it's $700, regardless of what you're doing. That's what you get a day.
nice.
And but the thing is, $300 ain't that much money.
Yeah, it depends on how much you fly. So
Exactly. And sometimes you won't fly that week. And um, but so it really only works out
Siemaneczko,
for
Kasia,
somebody that
siemaneczko.
already lives here.
Hejcia, hejcia.
Oh, he's on approach.
Yep.
It really only works out for somebody that is like living here and they just basically need like just to be on call, be like, hey, are you able to fly right now while I have my regular job?
yeah,
Just fit it in, it would work perfect. And I live 8 minutes from my home airport.
oh nice. That's close as hell, dude. Closer
Yeah.
than I live to work.
How far are you?
It's like a 15-20 minute drive. Traffic's bad enough. It's like 30 to 40 minutes.
Dude, I'll tell you something that's fucking stupid. My dad runs an electric motor company.
Uh-huh.
He runs it for this other dude owns like 4 different companies, and one of them he made my dad head up and blah 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 blah. Anyway, we're over in northwest Tennessee, right up on the border.
Yeah.
We're from a town of 208 people. Little. And my dad went from working in the nearby city of 10,000 people for 20 years to then getting made the head of this company that is in Nashville. It's in the dead of downtown Nashville. running this electric motor company. So it was expected. And my dad, the whole point was he was supposed to move to Nashville and move like the rest of my family, which is my
Dziękuję za leczki.
and kids and stuff over to Nashville. But he was, this was like 8 years ago. And he's like, no, I'm gonna wait around for the perfect house. Well, we all know what happened to the housing market.
Yeah. Shit.
So he's still waiting for the perfect house. So instead, he either drives to Nashville every single day. And he's done that for the past 8 years. If he drives, he's driving for 7 hours in total. That's his commute.
And I assume they don't compensate him for that, like the driving time.
No.
God damn, dude. Fuck that.
And it's stupid as fuck. But if he flies, then he flies a 182 over there and it takes an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but you're still got 2 hours of flying tied up, and he's having to pay for that.
Yeah, it's still a lot of money, like in transit alone.
Yeah, and anyway, I don't know how he does it. I've tried to like explain how I'm like, Dad, when you the days that you drive, which is a lot out of the year because you're not instrument rated, is you are going to work running a company and then working a full-time job just driving. You're driving as much as a trucker just to get to work.
Yeah.
But no,
that's fucking crazy.
my plan next year is to finish instrument rating, finish commercial, and then there's a flight school down in Arkansas that I'm watching his landing.
Butter. Beautiful. 77, like you said.
Very
Straight in.
nicely done.
Oh shit.
uh,
Thank you very much for the gifts, Kasha. Thank you so much for the teddy bears.
I'm gonna go down to Georgia and do my multi.
Ooh.
But apparently they do it in the Piper Aztec.
Where in Georgia?
Russellville. Sorry, I said Georgia, Arkansas.
I'm originally from Georgia, so I was curious, but never mind.
Where you from in Georgia?
Savannah.
Oh, gotcha, cool. But I fly the King Air into Savannah quite often. We go over here for a Masters.
Oh yeah, that's pretty common there. I remember there's one time we were trying to shoot approaches like in the P8, like one of my like flights when I was like learning to fly the P8, and we were trying to get into Savannah, and they were like, yeah, no, we're not letting anyone in for like practice approaches because there's too many aircraft flying in for the Masters or whatever, and they just wouldn't let us in.
Dude, have you seen what it looks like during the Masters?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, oh my, dude, you think Oshkosh is bad? Holy fuck. They have jets, I'm talking, they have the entirety of all the Gulf Streams on the planet. Just fucking, they fill up all the taxiways, they work them to where their cockpits are in line with each other, intersecting each other. Just, it's goofy. Just however they can bunch them in there, like it's some crack house hangar, all the way down the taxiway, and then they start filling up the runway. They fill the whole runway up, and then anyone else that wants to come in that can land on the last runway that's available has to get parked in the grass. So we're talking all the ramp, every bit of the ramps, every bit of the taxiways, and the runways, and they'll leave one runway open, and then that's it.
Yeah.
It's goofy.
So what is it that you do for like media that you're saying earlier?
Oh, I'm small town as shit. I make ads and like commercials for um, companies, and then like some other shit. Like right now, I'm working with a energy company doing terrain analysis using drones.
That's pretty cool.
But like that's it. I used to do a lot of music videos and like live concert production.
Scare the
Yeah.
shit out of me. Jesus
That's what I
Christ.
do.
Earphones in, you don't hear me. Yeah, I don't think you heard me there.
Should have shouted. It's like somebody entering my house not saying hi. It's like, who the fuck's coming into my house?
I thought you
Jesus
couldn't hear me. I
Christ.
thought you wouldn't hear me.
Who's that?
Papa.
Aye, please. My assistant.
Oh, guess.
Okay, no, I just had a heart attack.
I thought you were
Yeah,
getting
anyway.
robbed by the most polite person.
No, it's like imagine
Someone so
you.
nice.
No, it's because I've got my earplugs in and I'm, tuxing in, and then I just see in the corner of my eye lights light up in the kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck?
They sounded so nice. They were like, "Excuse me, where's the money and valuables?"
No, I've still got my pancakes, thank you.
How long you been up?
I've not gone to bed
Oh,
yet.
you're terrible.
Oh no, I've not slept yet.
It's
At
like
all.
I'm up training.
I'm up training, eh?
I'm trying to get my hours.
I screwed up the landing competition though.
Oh.
I'm trying to get
Yeah.
current.
I fucked up.
Oh my god, dude. I fucking cracked up so much. I was on the phone with my dad here like a month ago. Did you hear about the dude that stole that C90?
yeah,
Oh
yo.
yeah, he like flew over the Walmart or whatever.
Yeah, so he was flying like right over my house for a while. And so, any plane that flies over, my dad's looking on FlightAware. And so my dad, like, he texted me that morning. He was like, dude stole the C90s. He's gonna fly it into a Walmart. And so then you got our Walmarts getting evacuated. And then, like, he flies over into Arkansas. He flies back over to, like, Arkansas. So then, like, everybody goes back and starts working again at the Walmart. And then he's back. So they all evacuate the Walmart again. And
Okay,
I'm
no.
on the phone with my dad, and my mom's in the background. And my mom, she's like, "What's he freaking doing it for?" And then my dad's like, "He's just trying to get current." And my mom thought he was serious. She was like, "Is that what they have to do now?" Is it that bad? He's like, "No, he wants to die."
Oh man.
It was like 20 years ago. There was a couple at my home airport that the husband was flight training. He started flight training, and his wife got into it, so then she started flight training. And they both passed their check ride right around the same time. So to celebrate, they went out to the tables in front of the FBO and snorted a bunch of coke
No way.
and stripped naked and went and got in their 172 and flew it about 10 miles south and lawn darted it out in the field.
Oh man.
Gotta set the example for everyone else.
I'm just imagining the NTSB out there looking at the table with coke on it. They're like, "I think I know what happened." I've met one person that worked for the NTSB, and he was exactly what I imagined he would be like.
How's that?
His job was, I forgot what he said his title was, but it was